Jai Hind students. So again up with a new topic and very interesting topic, that is judiciary. After having the knowledge of executive and legislative, we are up to see or explore what judiciary is. Okay, remember we are not studying political science, we are living in political science, and to live in something we have to have a deep knowledge of that. Okay, and to live in political science, it is that you are the constitution, because the constitution totally depends on the rules and regulations that are mentioned, that are described and elaborated in the subject of political science. Okay, so up with judiciary. In a common language, when we talk what is judiciary, so we find or we get the reply that a place where we get all the disputes solved, right? Yeah, the answer is correct, that all the disputes are solved within or in the judiciary. Okay, but judiciary is not just only solving the disputes, it is much above and much more than that. Okay, so the subject political science describes judiciary as the guardian of the Indian Constitution. Okay, judiciary is described as the guardian of the Indian Constitution. Right. So judiciary is described as the guardian of the Indian Constitution. What does a guardian do? A guardian nourishes the child. A guardian brings up, shows the accurate and right path, and always try to lead the child in such a way that he does not get stuck in the problem. This is what our judiciary is. Though we have seen the political parties makes various rules, regulations, policies and programs, until and unless the judiciary verifies this, it keeps on pending, or it comes to a question mark, right? So this is what we will be studying in judiciary, that how judiciary acts as the guardian of the constitution, right? Secondly, the main thing that judiciary, every one of us is aware that judiciary solves the disputes among the different parties, different peoples. Okay, just a second. What does judiciary do? It acts as an arbitrator. It acts as an arbitrator between various parties, people and state. Okay, it acts as an arbitrator. Arbitrator in a common language, in a simple language, in Hindi it is called punch, right? So they work as an arbitrator between individuals, between parties. I don't mean to say political parties, I mean to say various organizations. Okay, between the people, individual people, or where there is dispute among the people and states. So the main function is, one of the important function is, it acts as an arbitrator, right? Secondly, we have seen that it acts as the guardian of the constitution, right? So our constitution was framed around it has been 70 years, right? The constitution was framed in the year 1949 and implemented in the year 1950. Now, the conditions that were prevailing during those period, or the conditions that were prevailing in that period, and the today's conditions, the today's world, we see there is a huge mark of demarcation, there is a huge difference between these two, right? So if we keep on following the rules and regulations that were implemented, that were mentioned, that were modified in long back in the year 1949, and try to cope up with the situation in recent time, it will be a difficult thing to do. So our constitution needs modification. Okay, our constitution needs modification. Now, who will do this modification? If the political party tends to do this modification, they will do it in their own favor, right? So, the only organization who is given responsible for the modification of the constitution, okay, and the only organization that can be entrusted is our judiciary. Okay, so what does judiciary do? Modification of the constitution. How? I will cite you an example. How does it do? I will cite you an example.